Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys my recap on the One Piece special or One Piece 2 episode recap of episodes 807 and 808. Now, these 2 episodes right here, I can understand a lot of people can complain, brag, go berserk, go like, what the hell is this? Is this what I really got from Toei? But honestly, in my opinion, as a manga reader and an anime watcher, despite pacing issues, I think it did a good job in my eyes, okay? Many of y'all can really complain. I can understand your reasoning and I can understand why you guys could say, oh, what the hell is this? Is this garbage or something? La 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 la. Aside from that, I can understand your reasoning why you could dislike the 2 episodes, especially when it took 2 episodes and it's not what you expected it. La la la. But I think in my eyes, it still did a good job for me. And I'm really glad that I didn't drop the anime and I'm still doing recaps to this day, even though it's not as good, or popular nowadays. So if anything else, let's go. Before I get into the episode recaps, let's talk about the opening. Damn, I gotta say that was really cool. Although I thought it could be a little bit better, but I still loved it in my own heart. It still came out pretty good in my eyes, and I'm still looking forward to see it. I'm looking forward to hearing it more and more, and I can't wait till I get the song of that new opening, because that person also sang "We Fight Together" on One Piece's opening 14. And from what I heard completely is that she will retire very soon next year, which is really sad. And I think this might be a good grand finale of retirement, depending on the situation, how you look at it. So if anything else, let's go. We have to it that we get a backstory flashback where Sanji remembers like being with Luffy, etc. How he fed Jin and Luffy taking on Don Krieg, yada yada yada, and him going on to like Big Mom's castle. Although Sanji remembers these things, we get to see a scene with Nami talking to Carrot and Chopper, and they're on the run from Brule right now. Even right now, Brule grabs some comrades and gets ready to capture them. And we have to it that there's some flashbacks of Luffy fighting Cracker, and he managed to beat him. Obviously, Luffy reaches Sanji in the nick of time in his chariot, and then tries to talk to him, but gets kicked. I'm like, whoa! Now that's a shocking freaking factor right there for me. And therefore, Sanji tells him get the hell out of here, you freaking low pirate scumbags. Thanks for the trouble, but I don't need you here. But it doesn't play off from there. It plays off more of Sanji's flashbacks, etc. when he was a kid, and then how he got on the boat, how he escaped in the East Blue, and wants to be a cook, and ends up having more flashbacks here and there, etc. And of course, flashbacks when Sanji was a child with Red Juice Zeph, etc., and how he was raised by him, and then etc. You guys get the point. This is on episode 807. I recapped 807 for you. It's we get flashbacks and backstories of Sanji himself and Luffy. Nami reaches Sanji's chariot, etc. That's what episode 807 about. Although it plays a certain scene that will play again in episode 808, which I will get into that recap right now. This will now be the recap of episode 808. What I recapped was 807. Okay, before I get into the recap of 808. Like I said, I enjoyed listening to the opening of One Piece again, and again, of course, I forgot to mention we get to see a couple new characters, honestly, and that was pretty sick and cool. Especially one character which I look forward to. Oh man, I'm so excited. Aside from me, I'm not going to spoil anymore because only anime onlys will understand. Aside from the opening, we have to it that we get more flashbacks of Sanji, etc. And him leaving Red Juice Zeph, going to the present time. Luffy charging to see Sanji, while Yonji and everyone else was surprised to see Luffy getting into Big Mom's territory. And Sanji remembering all the times of him, with Red Juice Zeph, and then Luffy, his crew, and then being threatened with his hands being blown off. You guys get the point. If you watch episode 808, you will understand what I'm talking about here. all these mental images and happy times, sad times, especially troubling times, up to this point in day, Sanji is having trouble himself, and right now he gets really losing it and kicks Luffy. He tells him that he tells Luffy and Nami to get lost, and he's been hiding his true lineage this entire time. And we have to it that, like, he insults him, tells him get out of here. I don't know if you're going to be king of the pirates, etc. I want you to get the hell out of here right now. And therefore, Sanji, on the other hand, ends up kicking Luffy with Diablo Jambe. And apparently Luffy does not get fazed by this and stands his ground. And he tells Luffy to get lost, but Luffy does not leave. He goes like, I refuse to fight you and I will not move from the spot. You hear me? Sanji was literally kicking him multiple times in this episode, etc. And Luffy does not budge. He's not moving. He goes like, I'm not freaking moving from this spot. Keep kicking me, but I'm not moving. This really ticked off Sanji to a point where he ends up going up in the air and ends up blasting Luffy with one final kick to the head and knocks him out for good. Nami can only try to tell Sanji every time Sanji's been kicking Luffy to stop. Okay, we get it, stop already, okay? Nami couldn't bear this at all, and I can understand that. Before Sanji was gonna leave, Nami wants to talk to him and ends up slapping him in the face, honestly. Honestly, he really deserved that, but, well, okay, maybe I'm out of control right there, but those of you who even understand the situation, etc., those of you who are manga readers, even anime onlys, even if you're an anime only, you will still understand Sanji's situation. But I'm pretty sure all you guys will be telling me he made that choice, and you know, like, that's not an excuse. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will say that to me. That's fine, debatable. But aside from that, Luffy still stands his ground and ends up yelling at Sanji and says, "You freaking idiot! Don't f with me or mess around with me. Who do you think? Do you think I'm just gonna let you get away this easily? Every time you've been kicking me, every time you've been hitting me hard, I wasn't the one feeling that pain. You're the one that was hurting much more than me. You hear me?" And therefore, Sanji was crying about this as he remembers those times ago. And we have to it that Luffy announces that he will not budge from this spot. I will wait here till the very moment you come back. You hear me? If you don't come back, this will be my last place, and I will starve here to death. I will not eat anything unless it's from your hands. You hear me? Don't wait too long, Sanji. Come back here now. You hear me? Without you, I can't be Pirate King. And it ends up playing some memories and the song with like the straw hats that Sanji spent, and as he cries greatly, etc. And it ends up with Luffy like bloody and beaten, waiting for Sanji. And the preview in the next episode shows that he's ready to take on Big Mom's army, etc. Because Big Mom's pretty mad. We all know why, etc. You know, despite many people complaining right now, and I can see a lot of complaining, obviously, they might be saying, okay, episode 807 was a waste of time. It's nothing more than filler with little small scenes adapted from the manga. And then, like, episode 808, they go like, oh, it took him this long to, like, him show this kind of episode. You know, I can see you complaining. I can understand why people could, like, start trashing the anime because of pacing issues, etc. And I can understand the pacing issues as well, even though, like, it's doing its best not to catch up to the manga so it could continue. I still believe they still did a good job for me. And, you know, to this day, believe it or not, I'm really grateful that the anime is still ongoing, because scenes like this where Luffy being beaten up by Sanji and Luffy yelling at Sanji saying, "Stop messing around with me," that, etc. I will wait here until, like, you come back. If you don't come back, I will starve here. That scene right there literally earned a freaking good Oscars to me in my eyes. I mean, like, the voice actor who did Luffy, especially when it's a woman who is still alive to this day, which I'm really happy about, she literally did a neat job with this scene. Like, I give praise to Luffy's voice actor, Japanese voice actor, by doing a very, very nice job in that scene. Literally, that freaking earned the freaking Oscars for me in my eyes. But even though there's no Oscars for freaking like anime voice actors, I still believe it still did a good job, etc. Literally, that scene right there, I think it earned like scene of the year for me in terms of like how it was done, from the voice acting to the music. It did a freaking good job. You know, despite like I said and repeating myself again, people complaining like this is not good, etc. It's a waste of time. 807 was trash. I can understand that, but to me, I think it did an absolute good job in my eyes, etc. Complain, whine, go berserk, and say it's garbage because of the way how it was done with the pacing and filler. I still think it did a good job enough to say like they could keep the anime ongoing weekly. I'm very grateful to Toei by doing a good job with these 2 episodes, despite episode 807 being very, very filler and slow paced. I think it still did a good job in my eyes. Aside from that, I'm looking forward to the next episode, and I'm pretty sure next week there won't be an episode because that next weekend is gonna be the Dragon Ball Super special episode. So yeah, aside from that, I think One Piece episodes 807, 808 special did a good job. I loved it to the very end, and I was broken when watching that scene of Sanji versus Luffy, and Luffy saying, "I'm not budging from the spot until you bring me food, and I will eat it only from your hands. If not, then I'm gonna die here. Without you, I can't be Pirate King." That freaking scene killed me. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toodaloo!